Welcome to Good Mythical MORE. Pineapples have been soaked in things. We're gonna eat them, see if we can guess, but also really see if we can discover something amazing that everyone should be marinating their pineapple in. Join us.
But first, we're gonna play Who You Talking About? We're gonna read a comment that's about either me or Link, and guess who it was about. Let's see it. This one is from Bear Pig Farms TV. And it went away.
Whoop.
It was there.
Oh, it has the answer. Did you see the answer?
Nope. So this.
Oh, it's on the back of your. Is it on the back
I'll
of
read
your
it there.
thing?
That's how this works. You read it here first.
Ah, that's right.
It's not even Bear Pig Farm. It's a different one.
Shama
Okay.
says, I feel like blank is the type of person to drink warm water regularly. Warm water regularly.
This has to be me because I definitely talk about how I don't like really cold things.
And
I like
you have opinions about.
I like
about
room
a lot of
temperature
things.
water.
So yes, if this is not Link,
Same
then
me.
someone hasn't been listening. Yes.
Yeah. I feel like Link is the type of person to drink warm water regularly. Well, lukewarm. Yeah, you're right, Shama. Shout out to there I am drinking water.
And shout out to Bear Pig TV, who apparently has a comment that's coming later.
There is the moment that
Little teaser.
see, I asked for this, Rhett. I asked for a still image from the episode that the comment came from.
Do you know why
Boy,
do you know why you asked for a still image? Because you're the kind of guy who prefers warm water.
See it. Looking at that,
Yeah.
one wants to then type below that video experience that I seem like the type of guy that would like to drink
Yeah.
whatever he
That's
said.
great. It was a great idea. I'm really glad you did it.
I want to eat these and see if I can identify them. Do you have a fork?
I do.
I also want to talk about the waiter waitress sitting at the table thing, but let's get through this first round first.
Oh.
That doesn't taste.
Doesn't taste good. It's something that I like. It's rose
Yeah.
water.
Should not be edible.
I was about to say that it's something that you like, and yes, it is rose water.
I like rose flavored things, but not with pineapple, and also not with
It's horrible.
those onions that Josh put on that fancy McRib. Rose water's got to be done in very small amounts, and it's got to be an essence of rose, and it's got to be in the right thing, and it's perfect in those ways. But
Yeah, because
Real bad.
rose water doesn't taste like something that you should be eating. It tastes more like a cleaner to me.
I
you
like,
guys-
like
Or it's something you should
lavender.
smell.
I like flowery things.
Did you ever try and make your own perfume as kids? Was that ever an interest?
No.
I remember as a kid
How could that be
finding a
thing?
flower and putting it in water and trying to mush it up and pretending that it smelled good, but it did not smell good. It was a lie.
We took burning fireworks, put them in bottles, and tried to capture smoke.
Yeah, we did do that.
That's
Smoke.
close.
That's as close
That's
as
close.
we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Now, Stevie, I would assume that you are not the kind of person that, while you are the kind of person that tried to make perfume as a child, you're not the
Yes.
kind of person that likes it when the waiter tries to sit down in the booth with you.
I was trying to remember like the last time that happened because I definitely know what you're talking about, but I feel like it's been, years and years
Oh,
since
yeah.
I've experienced.
Yeah, I haven't experienced it. Does not happen in Los Angeles, in my experience.
That's because the tables are too crowded.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Christy loves it. I bet Jessie loves it too, doesn't she? I've noticed that.
Jesse does not like it.
What? Seriously? Because you've told me that Jessie likes to talk to the waitstaff more than she likes to talk to you on a date.
Jesse is very friendly with strangers, but if somebody does the sit down thing, it feels showy. It feels like I know you're not doing this. You're doing this because you want a bigger tip. You're doing this because
Yeah. It doesn't feel right.
it feels inauthentic, and at that point it breaks down for her.
If
and she
Jessie
like
doesn't
it.
go for it, then I don't think.
You're saying definitively that your wife has said that she likes this?
I thought she did, but now you're making me second guess it because Jessie doesn't like it.
It's
You've
weird.
been like secretly asking every waiter before you walk into a restaurant to sit down with your family because you think Christy likes it.
Hey, my wife is really into it.
Just come sit down.
I'll
tell you why
we
later.
saved a spot for you. No, we need seating for 6.
This is Italian dressing.
Yeah, that's definitely Italian dressing.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
also
you're right.
not good.
Seating for 6, smoking. My, Lily, she's
She's smoking now, right?
she's turned 18. So I if she wants to smoke at the table, then I really can't stop her anymore. I have a daughter who's
at the
18.
At the dinner table, like at the dinner table, or you mean at the restaurant? Does your
only
house
at-
have a smoking section?
No, only at restaurants. My 18-year-old daughter smokes.
My grandma had a smoking
She doesn't.
section in the house. It was just the living room.
Trevor,
Yes.
you've waited tables in the past?
Yes, I have.
For how long? What's your tenure? Did you get tenure?
A little less than a year.
Okay, so they could fire you.
Yeah.
Did they fire you?
No.
Okay, what type of restaurant?
It was an Italian restaurant.
Oh. Did you ever do the sit down at the booth?
No. It was always one of those things where that would feel uncomfortable. I don't like it when people do that, so I would never do that to someone.
Yeah.
Do you know about it? Were there
yeah.
other people at the restaurant who would do that?
Only certain kinds of restaurants.
Yeah.
That'll happen at Applebee's, maybe. That doesn't happen.
It's like a Red Robin type thing.
Yeah, Red Robin, exactly.
Sometimes
Oh.
if it was like a really slow like lunch service, and because we had a lot of like regular customers, so maybe if it was like a regular customer, it was a slow lunch, they'd like sit down. One of my coworkers, Adam, he had like a nice middle ground where he'd squat next to the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were kind of shorter tables. So
Yeah,
it
I
wasn't
like that.
He wasn't sitting down, but he was still like felt a little bit more
I don't even
personal.
like that.
I like that.
don't even
'cause
like the
You're
squat.
actually lower than someone who's seated.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's a waiter watching right now who is like, well, sitting down at the booth is my thing. And like, I want
But
you
if
to
they work
think
at Red
about.
Robin, it's cool.
Well, the thing I want you to think about is maybe just for the next couple of weeks, what you should do is
Ask permission. Would
know-
you mind if I sit with you?
Of course, they're going to say yes. It's like when you say, "Is everything okay?" and everybody's like, "Yes." No one says, "Oh, this sucks." Everyone just lies. So I think that you sit down, you do your thing because it's your thing. Don't be ashamed. Then after it, I think you need to have a little feedback card, and it needs to be, "How did you feel about?" And one of the options, like the fifth option, should be me sitting at your table with you, and just on a scale of 1 to 10.
Well, we're taking first of all, Trevor, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you came up with your own survey that you were going to give to patrons, what would your boss have said about that? You just can't do that, right?
I don't know. My boss was like a 40-year-old man from Sicily, so he probably would have been like, "That's great, Trevor. I'm glad you're trying to connect with customers." But how would you get this? Would they just like fill it out before they left and then leave it there?
Yeah, be like, "Hey."
Nothing I love more than finishing a good meal, but with a survey.
Well, what you do is after they've finished eating, you sit back down again and you slide this thing. "Hey, do me a favor if you would. Fill out my little survey, especially question number 5.
If someone did that to me, I would just write in funny answers. I wouldn't take it seriously.
I know. I don't want to fill out a survey.
Soy sauce, horrible.
Yeah. You guys know those
Yeah, that
Does-
wasn't good.
progressive commercials where they're like teaching young adults to stop being their parents?
Those are good commercials.
They're really good.
Those
and
are
I
really good.
think in one they say like the waiter doesn't need to know your name.
The waiter. Yeah. Also,
That makes me laugh
well,
so hard.
Locke went back to North Carolina recently, and he was hanging out with his grandfather. And I'm not going to say whether it was my dad or Jesse's dad, but he's like, "Grandpa has the same, like 4 or 5 jokes that he does with every waiter, no matter where they go." One of them is like, "How do you want your steak?" "I want it still mooing." Like, that's the thing he'll say, okay? And that's the total, like, granddad joke. But then the other thing is when he gets the bill, no matter what it is, he gets the bill, he's like, he has something that he says that's like a total, like, granddad thing to be like, "I'm going to have to take out a loan for this." And it's just like, he was like, every place they went, he did the same exact jokes.
Wow.
My dad does the same exact thing. He has the same jokes he tells, and it's like restaurants that he goes to multiple times a week. He'll get the check and he'll like give him a card and they'll bring it back and he goes, "That went through. I just found that wallet in the parking lot. That's crazy."
That
And
kinda
he does
stuff.
that
Yeah,
every week. He
every
finds
time.
a wallet
Same
every
thing
week.
with the steak. He goes, they're like, "How do you want it?" He's like, "Knock its horns off, wipe its ass." That's what he says.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Every
That's
time.
gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I gotta tell Locke's granddad that one. Hey, I got a new one for you. Knock its horns off, wipe its ass.
Yeah, like it.
Ooh.
One time it was we were at a restaurant that like almost every server knows my dad, but there was someone that was new and he did the whole like, oh, I found that wallet in the parking lot thing, and they were like, are you serious? They're like, I need to see your ID. And they asked him for his ID, and he's like, no, I'm not giving you my ID. And he refused to give him his ID. And then the person had to go back and ask one of their coworkers. They were like, what's going on? Like, this person found a wallet in the parking lot. And they're like, oh, that's Josh.
Josh does that every week.
Yeah,
Josh.
it's just Josh.
That's his thing.
Just knock the horns off and wipe its ass?
Yeah.
You know, maybe he should mix it up one time. He's like, you know what? Knock the horns off and, you know what? Don't wipe its ass.
Well, that'd be really gross.
Well, it's Josh. He's a gross dad.
Yeah, right.
Coffee,
Are you
right?
talking about my dad like that?
No. You're in the right realm, but it's a seasonal beverage that a basic.
Pumpkin latte?
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice latte. That wasn't great either.
I haven't had a good one yet, y'all.
Carney, you have an opinion on waiters sitting down in the booth or at the table?
Hi, and not so much an opinion.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
That's how I start every conversation.
Okay, pickles. This is pickle juice.
That is correct. Sorry, Stevie. I waited tables for many years, and they call it table presence. That's how I knew it as. Like, oh, you have very good table presence as a waiter when you're teaching young waiters. Like I was told by the person who taught me, you have a very good table presence. You'll be good at this.
How did you have good table presence?
Yeah, what is table presence? Give me more details.
It's like a matter of like not trying too hard, just like talking to the people like they're one of you. You know what I mean? Like it's just being normal, not being comfortable talking.
Being comfortable, seeming a little confident, seeming knowledgeable. The intangibles. It's a thing you're born with. Right.
Okay, so where does sitting down with the patrons fit into that?
I think that makes it's a little bit of a try hard kind of thing. I don't think nobody likes that. I don't think.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Can we just call for an official moratorium on doing this for anybody who's watching? If you're a waiter and you've been doing the sit down thing, is it wrong for me to just say, let's just say we're all going to stop?
Well, I would think that managers would reprimand waiters.
I think managers got too much to worry about. You know,
let the tips take care of it, kind of a thing.
I think so. It's just like, he sits down. Okay.
Then yes, we can do that. We can put it on a T-shirt. Don't sit
tips
down to take my order. Don't sit down with me to take my order, please.
What were you saying about tips?
Well, and you were talking about how people would say, like Trevor's dad would say something at the table. The worst table you could get as a waiter was a table that is just like overly nice to you, because if they're overly nice, they're not giving you a good tip. That's the tell.
Oh,
that's their way of making up for it. They know from the get, we're not giving this guy a good tip. So we're supposed to be very friendly to him, and he'll appreciate that.
Oh, man.
But there's nothing you can do about it.
That is evil.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
100% of the time.
The opposite of evil, pickle-soaked pineapples is the first one that works.
This is actually good.
Because it's pungent meets pungent, and it's like a brother and sister.
It has a little bit of a sweet and sour thing happening.
It's like two
too.
siblings in a band. It's like, their harmonies blend.
That's my favorite bands.
Oh, it's like, bring in some tambourine. The Mythical Coloring Cookbook.
Cookbook?
Is, it doesn't have anything to do with cooking. Because it's just a coloring book. Mythical Coloring Book.
Right.
But
now we've got an idea.
This one is not, has not been colored yet.
Now, the Mythical Coloring Book has been out there for a while, and many of you have been posting your amazing recreations. I don't know, what do you call it when you color something?
This bee beard colored, it looks awesome.
You've been posting them on social, and so I was so impressed that I actually I've made my Twitter.
There you are, Trevor.
Hey,
You're right there.
One of those. There he is, the George Michael impersonator.
Do you have one of these?
Do I have the coloring book?
Yeah, the coloring book.
But I've colored my page.
You don't have a coloring book?
No.
But you're in it.
Yeah.
Go to mythical.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
And get yourself a coloring book.
Yeah, it's so simple, Trevor.
Okay.
I mean, you're in it.
Yes, sir.
You really should buy one.
Yeah, right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You got any more pineapples for us to enjoy?
Yeah. Let me take that one.
So, I mean, I think what I'm suggesting is I'm just saying, I just think there's so few people who enjoy the waiter sitting down. I mean, maybe Christy likes it. We don't know. The jury's out.
I
on
thought
that.
she
Blake
did.
thought she did, but now he's doubting.
Now I don't think she does.
But she's the only person that we know who likes it, and she may not even like it. So we're just saying that just the chances are the person is going to be uncomfortable. They're going to think you're a tryhard. They're probably going to lower your tip. Let's just stop sitting down with people.
What is this?
If you're a waiter who does sit with people and you have a defense for it, comment below.
We'll wait.
Is this cake icing?
It is an element that is found in cake icing and the rest of the cake.
Oh, it's
Ghee.
Is it just butter?
It's butter.
It's ghee, isn't it?
No, it's butter.
Now,
Isn't ghee just fancy butter?
No.
What is it?
No.
Ghee is a type of clarified butter.
Yeah.
A type of clarified
it's had
butter.
like the fat
Yeah.
taken out.
So it's clarified butter.
It just has less milk solids.
Isn't that what I said though? Isn't ghee just another type of
Well,
butter?
you said fancy.
Clarified butter.
It depends
isn't
on
exactly
your
fancy butter.
Can you
definition of
clarify why I was wrong?
Hey, I will say that this is not bad. It's not as good as. Here's why it's not bad. If you were to take this and then throw these into a frying pan and
Wait,
fry them up with the butter on them,
Here.
it would
Throw this in a frying
transform.
pan. Oh! Sorry.
It would transform into something magical. If you hadn't had grilled or fried pineapple, I don't know where you've been. You've been sitting.
good
You've been
idea.
sitting down at tables with people.
So what is the biggest waiter faux pas? I was going to call you Trevor, but I'm not doing that. Trevor and Carney, both of you guys,
Matt,
and
you
anyone
go
else who's
first.
waited tables. Carney, he's
I
deferring to
mean,
you.
the worst thing I could do, and I did this once, was spill a drink in someone's lap.
Oh,
Oh, that feels
It felt.
that feels bad.
Yeah, it was like my first week, and I didn't understand the idea of balancing a tray. So I had, 2 iced teas on either side of the tray on my hand. I took one off, and the other one just fell on over into the guy's lap. Yep.
the old seesaw
I think this is tomato juice.
tomato. It's V8 maybe.
I'd like this on a plane.
Yeah, it tastes great on a plane.
It's not. It's actually not bad. You got the acidic thing happening.
I don't mind it.
So it's
The pickle one is far and
You
away
got to
the
go
best.
with the pineapple to make these things work. So that's why this is actually in second place. And then if you fry it,
How did the person react to
That's third place.
having the item spilled on them?
Well, it was funny because it was a man and a woman, and it was like a Tuesday lunch shift. You could tell like it was a husband and wife getting away for lunch on their work break.
Oh.
And I dropped it in the guy's lap, and he had like a suit on. And the woman was his wife, I assume, or secret lover. His wife was being she was so kind about it, and she was like, "Oh, don't worry, it's okay." And I felt for the guy, and I said, "Well, it's easy for you to say. You're not the one with the iced tea in his lap." And he looked at me like he took my side. He was okay with it as soon as I said that.
He was like, "Yeah, that's right."
He was like, "This guy gets it."
Yeah.
So
I don't know how I would react. I think
Mm.
if that happened to me in a restaurant, I would say the things that were trying to make the person feel better, but the look on my face would be a clear annoyance. Like I can't really do the like, it's okay. I'd be like, it's okay, man. It's cool. It's totally cool.
yeah.
Leave now.
Trevor, what's your answer?
I never really I didn't have any bad spills on anyone, but one time it was a really busy Saturday night, and the floors in the restaurant were really slick if there was any water, and it was raining outside, so some people had tracked water in, and I was walking between tables, and I just took a total cartoon, both feet up in the air spill. I wasn't carrying anything, but it was really embarrassing for me. So thankfully, it wasn't bad for anyone else.
It
I
could've
Did
been
you
worse.
just stay down there and crawl to the kitchen?
I stayed down there for a second, and I just put my head down, got up and just shuffled away, not picking up my feet, and then I sat in the back for 5 minutes.
Well, you didn't spill anything though. Okay. All right. Yeah, I would tell some stories about my wife's waitering days, but we'll save that for another time. Bring your favorite mythical moments and characters to life with the Mythical Coloring Book, a wild compendium of fantastical illustrations. Get yours now at mythical.com.